a little bit. Test, test, test. Okay, should be good. Going to give it some time and allow people to come on in. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to another Friday AMA from SolarWindToken. Give some time for people to come on in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a good Friday, a good start to the weekend. Yeah, we're getting people in here. Just let me know in the chats that you guys are here, and then I know that you guys are ready, and we'll get started. How's everybody doing today? Yes, sir. Glad to see you too, big country. Glad to be back. Let's see. Hello, hello. Atlanta. You're in Atlanta? What you doing in Atlanta? Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, everybody. Glad everyone's coming in. Let's see. Competitions. Hello, hello. Glad everyone's able to make it. Give it a couple more minutes. I'm getting the winners. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So I have the page pulled up right now. We don't have the winners quite yet, but at the end of the AMA, I'll click the button. It'll do its random draw, and on this AMA, we'll be able to announce the winners. So everyone take notes. If you're a winner, be sure to claim your prize, because they were some big ones this time. So, try back from the board. Okay. Doing insurance. Oh, okay. So a lot of good jobs down in New Orleans, unfortunately, for what happened, but a money-making opportunity for a lot of businesses, especially with those insurance claims. So, all right. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Like everybody knows, I'm Roy Soa, the CEO of SolarWindToken, and we have these AMAs every Friday. We'll try to have them every Friday just to inform the community about things that are going on, things that the team and I are doing to make progress each and every week. We summarize the week prior and kind of give the best summary about the week in advance that we're planning on doing, just so you guys stay in the loop of everything that we intend to do in the near future. So, like I said, this AMA we're supposed to give the live prizes last week, but I was having those technical difficulties. I have my mouse back now, so I'll be able to do the automated winners this week. So stay tuned until the very end to find out if you've won the $1,500, $250, $125, or $50 prize. So pretty much just to summarize the week prior, for me at least, as everyone knows, the past month and a half has been really busy with honeymoon stuff for me, but the team has been doing a great job of making great progress. So I've just been catching up on the work that they've been doing, getting a lot of prep work that I need to do in terms of getting more partnerships, following up on the partnerships that we had previously. So I guess the biggest news, which I guess is not really news, is still the waiting game, is those projects that we've elaborated about, that me and Archie have talked to you about in previous AMA step. So it's just a work in progress, making sure that our clients feel comfortable in that they're ready to jump the gun and get going. So the legal process is taking longer than anticipated, but we appreciate the efforts from having this big deal being legally sound. I think that will be better in the future for not only us and the customers, but for you guys as well, knowing that we're not doing anything shady or under the table to get these large amounts of money. We're doing everything we can to stay compliant in the eyes of the law so that you guys have a secure and sound investment. So just working through that right now. We had a discussion this morning about the path forward while we're waiting for that legal process to get done. And Archie and I are going to turn our focus on just getting as many smaller partnerships done as possible. That way we're able to monetize a lot sooner, do a lot more with the profits, and be able to launch all the technology that we want to incorporate into our DApp, onto our website, and in the Bitcoin and solar field. So that's what we're working on right now. Going into next week is really working really hard to make sure that we close, so that we can officially check off that roadmap with the first few projects done. Whether it's Bitcoin mining partnerships or a solar job, we welcome them all. So, and if you guys were on Crypto Deb's live stream yesterday, you guys would have seen that I kind of elaborated on a lot of this as well. If there are any crypto or Bitcoin miners, doesn't necessarily have to be Bitcoin. It could be any type of mining that uses a lot of energy. If there's any of you guys on this live stream, or if you go back, rewatch this video and say, hey, that's a fit for me, be sure to hit up the team. We'll get a partnership going. We'll get you guys funded to expand the Bitcoin mining operation or put solar onto your existing facility, and we'll get going from there. I think that'll be good for everybody, especially right now with Bitcoin prices as they are. It's pretty much impossible to not make large amounts of profits with your operation. So take advantage of it now. There will be a dip, there will be a rise. That's just the nature of cryptocurrency. That's just the nature of all investing in general. It'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go up, it'll go down. But that's why they say time in crypto is better than trying to time crypto, because no matter what you do, 5 years from now, it's going to be at a better place than where it was 5 years prior. We've all already seen that plenty of times be proven over and over again with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. Pretty much every established cryptocurrency that you've seen has had these swings, these ups and downs. So yeah, let's just keep on working forward and making sure that we make the right progress that we need to. Let's see. I see it looks like we're getting some questions. I'll address the questions after this informative session. Then we'll have the live Q&As, and then we'll do the contest winners. So next thing I want to elaborate on is just the progress of the DApp. One of those things as well, we are making great progress on it. We saw on the back end how everything was working on the front end as well. Everything's looking really good. As I said yesterday, we are gearing it more towards, or not, we're not gearing it towards it, but the first iteration of the DApp is going to focus primarily on making sure that the Bitcoin miners are able to seamlessly integrate their system and apply for financing and also make their payments through the DApp. Kind of at the same time as that, we'll be having the solar side as well, and then the swap. And then those are kind of the three key factors that we want to focus on with the DApp, because the Bitcoin mining aspect is going to help SolarWindToken monetize much sooner, followed by the solar aspect of it. It's the same concept, but the Bitcoin mining is just a quicker ROI for us, which is why we want to focus on it right now. And then lastly, the swap will make it that much more easy for new users and old users alike to buy SolarWindToken, to sell SolarWindToken, as well as other tokens as well. It'll work just like any other swap that you guys are used to using. So that is our focus. we should have the MVP coming out either later this week. We're working out some kinks in it before our developer gets it back to the core team to review it. We're going to do our review, test everything out, work through all the security issues that we may see, give it back to him to do the revisions, and then send it out to the mods and a few selected active members of the community to test it out. And then once we think that it's perfect enough to send out to you, the community, then we'll do our full-scale release. So that's kind of our timeline right now, and that is what we are working towards. So I believe that is the main bulk of everything that I wanted to elaborate on. I know in the chats there's been some questions about marketing and everything, and rest assured we're doing our best to make sure that we have all the appropriate marketing and that we're consistently getting our faces out there. We're just kind of allocating more attention towards getting the D app built first, and then we'll do our marketing, especially with closing some of these projects. That'll just give us that much more of a budget to be able to work with. So work with us. We're getting there, and we're working every day to make sure that we blow this thing up. So that being said, we'll go ahead and turn this to a look at. Okay, so one of the questions is, and sorry if I mess up your name. Let's see. Aishwaya? I'm pretty sure I messed it up, but your question was actually the price. As you all know, or as most of you know, we are listed on DexTrade right now. However, and hopefully the internet is okay. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. But yeah, so an exchange listing, how that's going to impact the price. And again, you can't predict the future for what's going to happen. But what I see is going to happen is once you start getting on these bigger exchange listings, DexTrade was a good first start. Definitely opened some doors for us, but we have our eyes set on a Bitmart and Hotbit being our next exchanges that we want to get listed on. After that, we just want to go bigger and better. And how that opens the doors for us is it allows us to bring in members that aren't necessarily in the decentralized finance community. So let's say people that don't want to use a PancakeSwap or something like that, or like a sushi swap or whatever. It gives them the ability to go to something that's a little bit more established, that they have trust in. Then they'll be able to use fiat currency just to buy directly on that exchange. And in turn, it should help us gain more traction in terms of price. As you guys have seen with other cryptocurrencies, just because it gets listed onto a new exchange doesn't necessarily mean that's going to shoot the price up. It can, but we just won't know for sure until it actually happens. Either which way, even if the price goes up or it stays the same or goes down, it's a great step forward because it just gives us that much more access to be able to have people buy our token as we do more marketing and as we grow into the future. So it's always good to get on as many exchanges as possible, especially once we really start making headway on developing our own blockchain. I believe we're far from that for now. As you guys can see, Cardano has been in development for years now, and they're still getting ready to release their smart contracts. So it's definitely a work in progress, and we're definitely having our sights set on that. So let's see. So the next question is, from Jesse, can you give a precise quantity that will burn? So as we said before, we've already had our 50% burn at the very beginning, and then we had another 5% burn. I can't give a precise number yet. The original plan was that once we were done with the funds that we needed from the dev wallet, then we'll just burn those off. But if you guys have been tracking it, you guys can see that the wallet is pretty close to being depleted right now. So our plan is once we get the funding from these other projects, we're going to inflate the price a little bit, so buy back our own tokens, and then what we're going to do is burn off some of those tokens that we bought back. So why that's special is because instead of just burning an arbitrary number of tokens now, we're actually putting real money into the tokens and then burning it off. So I believe that's a lot more impactful than doing a burn, or even like a kind of what these, I can't think of the exact term right now. You know, those tokens that every single transaction they have a burn, deflationary tokens. I believe it's more impactful than that, since we're actually attributing a real dollar amount to it. So whenever we burn another amount of tokens in the future, we can say we burned, let's say, $100,000 worth of tokens, rather than just X amount of SolarWind tokens. Let's see. Next question from Jaya. Any new exchange listings coming up? I feel like I kind of answered this one a little bit previously. Once we get the funding, we intend to list with Bitmart first, and then possibly Hotbit as well. Those are kind of like I believe those are tier 2 exchanges, and those are pretty good to be on. We want to make sure that we aim for the best tier that we can. Eventually, after that step, we believe we'll be in a place where we'll be able to start applying for those tier one exchanges. And then, those tier 1 exchanges being Kraken, Coinbase, Binance. So in the meantime, our next step is Bitmart. No timeline on that right now. It all depends on our ability to close out these projects as quickly as possible, which is why we're working day and night to make sure that we can get this big project closed, because that'll give us a lot of room to pretty much get everything done that we have our eyes set to do, which is great for the community because it allows you guys to be involved in kind of the tech startup part of things rather than the cryptocurrency. So in turn, what that means is it's going to have huge growth on the cryptocurrency side, since we're putting our focus primarily in establishing a revenue model as a company and a cryptocurrency, instead of just being dependent on holders coming in and out. So no matter what you guys do, you guys are going to be backed by real projects and real funds going in and out. Let's see. Another question from Jesse. Said, how much will we spend for the buyback? We spoke with the team internally about this. We don't have an exact number in mind, but we have a target price point. So we're not going to elaborate on the price point right now, just for reasons we don't want to cause an arbitrary drop in price or growth in price. Once we get the funds, then we'll do as we see fit. Those who are long-term holders will most definitely be rewarded. Those who are impatient, it is what it is, I suppose. Let's see. Oh, some good questions today. This is a unique project. It should definitely reach top 100 utility in 2 to 3 years. Thank you for your comment. Again, tell me if I'm saying your name wrong. Let's see. Aishwaya. I know I'm messing that up. I'm sorry, but yeah, I agree with the comment, and I definitely think that we're going to be a top 100 cryptocurrency. I believe that we can reach that target sooner than that, but you never know the timelines. But I can say that as long as we continue to stay here, put our faces out in front of you, and keep on working hard to achieve those goals, we'll definitely be a top 100 cryptocurrency, and I don't have any doubts about that. Let's see. Shams has a good question as well. He says, what is your plan for global expansion at present? Which market are you focused on, or let's see, sorry. At present, which market are you focused on, or is it focused on building and growing to gain customers, users, and partners? So it's kind of like a step-by-step process. What we're doing is we're making sure that we have that foundation so that we have the rapport to be able to go up to these different world governments to gain their trust and the confidence to be able to partner with them. So our plan of attack right now is to focus on local municipalities here in the United States, because that's where the core base of the operations are happening right now. And then, of course, expand into our European offices. And then from there, work with countries like El Salvador, who is accepting Bitcoin as legal tender. We'll work with the smaller countries to help assist in their infrastructure to be able to handle the capacity of that many megawatts being loaded onto their grid, because that's going to cause a problem with the current like people that are living there, current businesses. Whenever Bitcoin adds a huge load to the grid and now they have to reallocate where energy is going, we don't want that to cause rolling blackouts or lack of power during important times for the community. That's where we come into play. We'll be able to help alleviate some of that load, create new infrastructure to be able to keep the Bitcoin mining off grid so that it's not going to cause a huge strain. Marketing, what inspired you to start project? I'll get into Jaya's question a little bit later. Let's see, what is the background? Can you please elaborate on that? How long have you been in crypto? Let's see, what all can we expect from the dev team in the next 1 year? Okay, I guess I can get into all of these all together. So Jaya's first question is, are there any plans for more marketing? Of course. It's just kind of that balancing act, making sure that we have the budget there. If the budget's not there, we're going to make sure that we focus our budget on getting the D app created. That in and out of itself, and along with the partnerships that we do, is going to create a lot of marketing just naturally, because we'll have a lot of press, a lot of film there that we'll be able to share. But with the right budget, you'll definitely see a lot more YouTube videos, a lot more Twitter, Instagram partnerships, influencer marketing. But influencers are very expensive, as we've come to know in the past few months. So, and they don't always pull through on their end of the bargain. So we like to make sure that whatever money that we plan on spending on influencers or even YouTube, that it's kind of just like secondary money, play money that we're able to. And if it gains no traction, then we're okay with it. But if it does, then it will give us good growth. Let's see. So my background is in mechanical engineering. I graduated in mechanical engineering in 2017. I worked as a project engineer since 2017 all the way through 2018. I worked for, since 2019, yeah. I worked for 2 years in the corporate world. No, sorry, till 2020. So I worked for 2.5 years in the corporate world. I've always had this plan to start my own solar company. Started my solar company, and then really I've played around with Bitcoin a little bit during that time period, but it wasn't until earlier this year that I really found decentralized finance tokens such as SafeMoon, and did a lot of research and learned that I can incorporate DeFi with solar, and then from there just kind of spiraled into being able to lump a lot of things together to make a big impact in the world. So that's just a brief background. If you guys have any other questions about where we started, you could watch some of the first interviews that I did with Aaron Memriak, and the first and second interview with him was really good and really informative. So feel free to visit his channel. He's definitely a great dude, has some really good content. And you could watch the interview that we had yesterday with Crypto Deb, also a great partner that we have, a great girl. Support her channel, and yeah, you'll learn a lot from her. Let's see. So what you can expect from the dev team over the next year, you can expect us to pretty much check off everything that we have on our roadmap and then increase it exponentially for the things that we want to do. One of the top things that we want to do as well is start our own nonprofit called Positive Energy. We believe that's going to allow us to have a huge impact around the world and to really get our name out there as well. So definitely a responsibility for top companies to give back to the communities when they see fit, because we need to take care of one another. So let's see, is the D app, so this question is from Zanya. Is the D app going to be Android? So the D app is going to be launched as a desktop version first. The reason for that is because, as you all know, Apple takes forever to get through their review process and to get into the App Store. So we don't want it to be a thing where we only have access on one platform, not the other. So what the desktop version is going to allow us to do is release on the desktop, and then anybody with, whether it's an iPhone or Android, will be able to go through the mobile browser onto our website and then use the D app as if it were a regular app that way. And then we will most likely come out with the Android version first because it's the easiest to get approved by their Play Store. And then we'll proceed with the Apple version. So that's kind of the timeline for the D app right now. So yeah, hopefully I answered everybody's questions. I think we had some really good questions this time. You guys were paying attention pretty well, very, very attentive. So you guys can feel free to ask more questions that may pop up. But right now, what I'm going to do is I will do the winners for this past project. Let's see. All right. So I still haven't figured out how to share the screen just yet. So what I'm going to do is show you guys. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is going to be backwards for you guys or not, but this just kind of shows, took a picture. So as you guys can see, there have been no winners picked just yet. So everything is fair. There's not going to be any bias here. It's going to be just a straight up, honest draw, as they all have been. But just so you guys know. So here we go. I'm going to click draw the winners. Drum roll. Let's see, 5 winners to draw. Let's see. Drum roll. And we have winners. We have our 5 winners, everybody. Oh man, we had some good turnouts this time. So thank you everybody for participating in this drawing. So I'll take a picture so you guys can kind of get a feel for who won. So you guys can pause it, and it's kind of blurry, so I know it's hard to see. Maybe. Okay, I know that's not the best, but hopefully you guys can at least read some of that. All right, so we'll start with the 5th place winner. The winner of the $50 prize is, let's see, Faisal KHR. So Faisal, when you hear your name, please redeem your prize. Email is, let's see, the email address is FaisalTechET@gmail.com. So hey, we don't know. Let's see. So the number 4 prize goes to Yaroslav Kahat. you are the winner of the $120 prize. So thank you so much for participating. Email is slavikogut@gmail.com. So if that's you, be sure to claim your prize. And again, all the winners will announce on the Telegram and on Twitter. So if that's you, be sure to DM us on Telegram, on Twitter, and to claim your prize. The next winner is J.H. Greenlee III. So you are the winner of the $250 prize. So congratulations to you. Email address jhgreenlee@gmail.com. So if that's you, please claim your prize. Number 2, the winner of the $500 prize is Alireza Nemati. So please claim your prize, as we've been saying. Email address is alirezaNMT79@gmail.com. So come on up and claim your prize. And then last but not least, the winner of the grand prize, $1,000, MD Rani Hussein. So congratulations, you are the top prize winner. So your email address is mdrony1357159@gmail.com. So you are the winner of the grand prize. Congratulations to all the winners. And yeah, don't worry, guys. If you guys didn't win, there's going to be more prizes in the future. Like we said, we want to continue to have bigger and better prizes. So definitely keep a lookout for the next contest that we're going to do. Just because you didn't win this time doesn't mean that you won't win next time. It's always free to enter. So just make sure you spread the name. So to participate in the giveaways, just keep an eye out on our Instagram and our Twitter and our Telegram. We always post the steps on how to apply on there, and you can always go on Twitter. We have it pinned as the top tweet, so you can always go look at it and make sure you're getting applied as needed. So haven't seen the names on TG. They may not be on TG. They can be under different names. So which is why we always announce it on Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram, so that if you go by a different username on any of these other platforms, you know who you are, and we can match up. We can match up the emails with the names. So we'll verify everybody to make sure that people aren't trying to pull one on us. And oh yes, TG equals Telegram. Sorry. So we'll verify everybody. Make sure that people aren't trying to scam us and get free money. We've had people do that in the past, pretend to be one person. We actually have people create whole different profiles and act like they're the winners. Luckily, they didn't get any prizes, but we definitely see it. Lots of scammers out there, so watch out. So again, thank you everybody for participating in this contest. Thank you all so much for your support. I think we had a really good turnout on the AMA today. We got a lot of good questions. So keep them coming. I like to address questions live on these AMAs to prevent as much FUD as possible. As you all know, FUD is part of cryptocurrency. There's not really anything you can do to stop it, but we can always just address it whenever it happens and make sure that you guys have full faith and confidence in us and what we're doing. Again, the team and I aren't perfect. We are human beings, so there are going to be mistakes along the way, but you can rest assured that we're going to do everything in our power to correct that mistake if one were ever to happen, and to do everything as honestly and as pure-hearted as possible. So yeah, thank you everybody once again for joining this AMA. I will see you all again next time, and congratulations to the winners. I'll get those names posted on Telegram and on Twitter. So if you're a winner, be sure to claim your prize. All right, everybody, you have a good weekend and stay safe.